Hi everybody, today we are going to be taking a look at my most recent pickups, so stay tuned, let's do it.
Well, you know about Retro Ghetto, collecting and playing retro, Street Fighter on the Nintendo, I'm a veteran at this, not a pro, lock into the Retro Ghetto, come and have a look around in the ghetto, we got Sonic and Staples settle, lock into the Retro Ghetto.
Okay, let's crack on, shall we? I think I've alluded to it. I think it's probably going to be on the thumbnail. When I say massive pickups, I mean it in the literal sense of the word. I've got some huge things that I've been looking forward to share with you guys, so we'll get to them shortly. But without further ado, as always start with the little products, the little toys and bits and bobs that I've acquired since the last video. So this is a good place to start. Picked this up randomly on eBay. I don't even know how I came across it. It's not something I'd usually search for or, you know, type in on the search bar. But this is a Dead Rising 3 loot crate item. See, Capcom. And there it is. I just thought this was really cool. Maybe it's just me. I thought this was a nice little addition to have. And here, if you can see, it's like a bloody sledgehammer, which also goes into sort of a bloody chainsaw. Now what this actually is a pen. So yeah, just a little something. I thought it was pretty cool. Pens are like lighters, aren't they? Teaspoons in my house. They just disappear all the time, so hopefully having one like this will stop me from losing them. So yeah, first thing I picked up, a pen, randomly. And then I seem to show you at least one of these in every pickups video. But I've got yet another Sota Street Fighter figure. My last video I showed you my Street Fighter shelf, which is at more than maximum capacity. So there's no home for this guy just yet, but this is Ryu, standard outfit Ryu. He's all there, nothing missing. So yeah, nice little addition to my Street Fighter shelf, or my Street Fighter overflow shelf, as I'm currently got. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the Street Fighter Sota figures. So every time I come across one that I haven't already got for a decent price, I'll pick them up. But the prices are increasing on these. They're coming few and further between now. So yeah, you've got to have Ryu, haven't you? Standard. He's my main as well. So pop in with the others. Right, okay, so I think before I get into the few games that I've got, I'll show you one of the large items that I've got this week. Now, I'm very excited by and really enjoy collecting promotional items. I love standees. I haven't really shown off many on these videos because I haven't bought any for a while, simply because I don't have the space and I just haven't come across any that I had to have. I'm at that point now where I only sort of buy ones that I had to have. I used to go to sort of places like Game and sort of take a lot of their standees and promotional items. I used to have a good relationship with them. They'd let me have them if I wanted them, but I've stopped doing that so much. Unless it's sort of a franchise or a game that I really have to have one for, I don't really do it now because I don't have the space, and I don't resell them like I used to. So here we have this bad boy. Now, obviously I picked this up because it's Mario. I like the image, but the other thing that really sold me on this was it was from Poland. Now, I've been into a few game stores and other video game stores in recent weeks, and I haven't seen any of these promotional items. Obviously, with everything that's going on in the world, I think they've slowed down on things like that. So this might be quite a rare one to have, with it being sort of from Poland, because to my knowledge these aren't in the UK. If you've seen any, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I thought this was a really nice piece. Sadly, it was packaged brilliantly. It came all the way from Poland in one piece, but when it was covered in bubble wrap, there was a slight gap between bubble wrap and some of the parcel tape was on the actual standee itself. So you can just see there, look, slightly taking the paintwork away on the A. Nothing too bad. The seller was very apologetic and didn't refund me partially, so that was brilliant. But yeah, really happy to have this. For those of you that don't know, you've got standees, you know, they have these fold-out pieces on the back so you can stand them up. I usually attach them to the wall just to save space. So yeah, the irony is Mario Sunshine has broken me. that might be a future video. But yeah, I've not been getting on great with that game at all. So there it is, standee. Okay, so before I get to that, the next big item, I'm just going to go through my games now. I've not picked up loads since the last video, but enough to show you guys. Now, these first three that I'll show you here, I picked up in York. Now, for whatever reason you haven't seen my previous video, it's Sawthorne Retro Video Games. I love that store. I did a tour of it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch my last video. But whilst I was in York, I also did a bit of shopping at CEX, and I came away with these. So the first one is a PS1 title, Atari Anniversary. So it's just some of the old Atari games. This is in really nice condition. I'd almost use the term mint. The box almost looks new. Everything inside, it barely looks like it's been played. I'm not a huge Atari collector, but I mean, when I bought this, it was £2. So it was in the window for £2, PlayStation 1 game. Couldn't leave it in there for that. So yeah, happy with that for the price. And I'll read through you what games are on here. Asteroids Deluxe, Battlezone, Black Widow, Centipede, Gravitar, Missile Command, Pong, Space Duel, Super Breakout, Tempest, Warlords. So some legendary games there. Atari's a little bit before my time, but you know, I can still appreciate games of that caliber. So yeah, £2. And then whilst I was in there, I also picked up the Devil May Cry HD collection. Now, the Devil May Cry series, I'm ashamed to say, completely passed me by. It wasn't something I'd ever played at any stage when it was new, or I'd never revisited it. So I think it was about time I put that right. So when I saw this HD collection for £4, I thought, yeah, this is the one for me. So this features Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. Now for £4, I'll take that any day. I'm going to look forward to playing these games on my kiosk. I need you guys to tell me which one's the best. Where should I start with Devil May Cry series? I'm not going to commit to doing them all straight away. If there's one particular that stands out, let me know, and I'll dive onto that first. And then whilst I was on my Devil May Cry kick, and I got 1, 2 and 3, I figured I might as well pick up 4. And with £1.50, why the hell not? So the big top Devil May Cry 4 as well. Hear a lot of positive things about these games. Apparently the last one that released on the PS4 had very good reviews as well. So really looking forward to seeing what it's about, seeing if it's for me. I'm not always into the artwork. I don't know how to put it. Very Japanese, maybe we should say. You know, a lot of explosions, a lot of different colours. Very sort of over the top, if you like. A lot of explosions. Sometimes it's a little bit too much for my eyes. A lot going on, and it can throw me off a little bit. But definitely going to give these a try. Because Astral Chain was another one. I never got into that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should revisit Astral Chain. Let me know. But yeah, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me know, guys, which one should I play first to tempt me into this franchise. So that was my CEX pickups. I did actually get some footage, but I didn't think it was worth showing you guys. We've all seen what CEX has looked like. But they had a really nice copy of A Link to the Past in the window. £55. Now, either A Link to the Past has come down a lot in price, or CEX sell it quite cheap. It was a really nice condition as well, from what I could see. They also had a couple of Virtual Boy games in the window, and quite a few Mega Drive games. It was nice to see a lot of retro and different things in a CEX. So yeah, that was at York. So if you're down that way, make sure you check it out. Right, these next 3 are all charity shop pickups. So I'll start with this. Star Wars, The Complete Saga. Now, I've mentioned it before, I've got a really good relationship with this charity shop that's close to where I work. I walk in, I say anything new, love, and she brings out whatever they've had in, and I just basically run through it. So I went through it. Unfortunately, there was 1 or 2 that I would have picked up. I think they're like top scratches, or the disc was slightly broken, or the wrong disc in the box, that kind of thing. But yeah, I remember checking this. I mean, all Lego Star Wars games are good, and all Lego games generally are good, and they all hold their value. I think this was like either £8 or £12 to buy in CEX, so for £1.50, nice little addition to the collection there. These are all £1.50, by the way, and yeah, it's complete. I love adding to PlayStation 3. PS4. Don't get too many PS4 games in charity shops. Not that aren't FIFA 15 anyway. So yeah, when I saw this, I thought I'd pick it up. Again, £1.50. Again, it sells in CX, I think, for roughly, I might be wrong here guys, but I think roughly about £8. Black Ops 2. No, Black Ops 3, my bad. I'm not a huge Call of Duty guy, as you may know. Black Ops, called it the wrong name. I've never really been a big first-person shooter online player. I get destroyed. It's never really been my forte. It's a little bit daunting to get into these games now because I feel like I'm so far behind. I just get killed straight away. I did play a bit of Warzone during lockdown, and I enjoyed it for what it was, but I never really got too in depth with it. The reason I picked this up is I'm going to play through the campaign. Now, I know primarily people buy these games to play them online, but I enjoy playing through the campaign. They're usually quite entertaining. They don't outstay the welcome. They're relatively short. And yeah, so I'll give that a blast. I'll play through that at some point. Yeah, £1.50. And the last game I picked up, again, in the charity shop. This is a no-brainer. If you see this game in a charity shop, you pick it up. Grand Theft Auto 5. One of the biggest selling games of all time. One of the greatest games of all time. Xbox 360. Get it on my kiosk. Comes with a manual. It's got the map in there. So I believe it's complete. I mean, £1.50 for this game. Talk about value for money. I played through this on the PS4 remaster. It's a fantastic game. Obviously the online's brilliant. They put so much into it. I was a big fan of the Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Game, I love that game. I've got the standee up there as well. And I really wanted their online presence to be the same. I really tried. I got to like level 90. I put a lot of hours into it, hoping they're going to keep adding, but I don't think they put the same love into that online as they've done with this game, sadly. Yeah, great game. I'm sure everybody's played it. Right, finally, I've been waiting to show you guys this item. So I alluded in my last video to being in York City Centre, buying this and having to carry it through York like this on a busy Saturday. Once I saw this, it was one of the things that you have to have it. You don't care what price tag was on it. I've never seen this before. Now, being a massive God of War fan, a massive God of War collector, I could not pass this up. So this is the shield from the game, the newest God of War. Now this is a thing of beauty. Look at the detail on that, guys. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. You can hear that rattling. It's a chain on the back. And this really is a lovely piece. Now you can see on the back, it's ready to put on the wall, or you can even put handles on it and use it as cosplay. It's very sturdy, it's very high quality. I can't remember exactly what they say it was made out of. I think it's like fiberglass and plaster, but it's very heavy, very solid. So you can imagine me carrying this through York City Centre on a busy Saturday. I got some funny looks. I felt like giving people some Spartan kicks when they got too close to me. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I could not pass this up. I'm delighted with this. I'm still on the hunt for a Leviathan axe. They had one in the store. This was like I think it's called York Armory. So it's worth checking them out. They've got a website. They do send things out. But the axe looked a bit cheap, the Leviathan axe. It was like a foam one, and it had like diamante, sort of like jewels in it. But compared to this, it just was not of the same quality. So hopefully one day I'll be able to pick up a Leviathan axe of the same quality as this. I mean, I've actually got this tattooed on my arm as part of my Kratos tattoo, so, you know, just had to have it. So there it is. So that'll be going on the wall. So that's everything, guys. Not loads of games since we did the last pickups video. I just really wanted to get this out there, especially with me having this standee and the shield, because I need to get these things put away or put on the wall. They've been sat hanging around the man cave for far too long now. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. We'll keep it quite short and sweet this time. I've got a nice video coming up for you guys next week. Really appreciate all the feedback on the Sore Thumb tour that we did. If you haven't seen that for any reason, please check it out. And yeah, I've got a nice thing planned for you coming next week as well. So please hit that subscribe button. Every subscription really means something. We went from 100 subscribers. I did a giveaway. I'm now at, I think, about 180 last time I checked. And everyone means something. It really does. It's not just, you know, shit that YouTubers say. Everybody that clicks that button, it means a lot. It really does. The small small timers like myself. So thanks to everybody for the continued support. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Keep it retro, and I'll see you on the next one.
Retro Ghetto.